Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In these days, we are discussing federalism with special reference to the Constitution of 1973. As you know, this was comprised by series of 5 lectures. The first two were about the concepts and theory, while the third, fourth, and fifth are about applied side of the subject. Today, lecture 5 of the series of 5 will be discussed. This is challenges to the federalism. Challenges and suggestions as well for the successful operation of the federation. So read this lecture with the lecture 1 and 2 of this series of 5 lectures. Lecture 1 was meaning and need of the federalism, while in lecture 2 prerequisite of successful functioning of the federation were discussed. So in previous lectures, I concluded there are few prerequisites for smooth functioning of a federation. Number 1, written and trusted constitution, strong, eternal, viable and trusted set of institutions, political process, congenial and compatible to the federalism, horizontal power system, and principle-oriented political parties. So, in case of Pakistan, the country has a written constitution having good characteristics of federalism, formulated and proclaimed by the Constituent National Assembly with consensus in 1973, and this was a heavyweight National Assembly. More or less all important parties were represented in it, and very senior leadership was there. For example, Maulana Mufti Mahmood from Jamiat Ulama Pakistan, Professor Ghafoor Rahman, and others from Jamaat Islami. Wali Khan party was headed by the Wali Khan. He was also member of the assembly. Assembly was headed by Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the chairman of the People's Party. Shah Aman Nurani, headed by Jamiat Ulama Pakistan, headed by Shah Aman Nurani. Other political parties, heavyweight leaders. The assembly was comprised by them and did hard work, and they formulated and proclaimed the constitution with consensus. But unfortunately, it is under constant horror of change. The amendment started by the majority party, People's Party. An amendment about the judiciary was highly criticized by the opposition. Then constitution was suspended, amended and changed according to the requirement of the military and civil rulers. And sometime the constitution was completely revised under the 8th Amendment in 1985. Sometime balance of power was shifted in favor of the president, and sometimes shifted in favor of the cabinet. In the same time, the case of provinces was dealt like that. So, despite the fact that we have a good constitution, but our political leadership, our whatever that is military or civil rulers, they don't hesitate to amend it, and they never showed their satisfaction even after the amendment. And then very unfortunate that all these amendments and changes are extrajudicial, extra constitutional actions were maintained by the judiciary at different time. So there is a need that we should respect the constitution, and we should implement in letter and spirit. Second, the country has set of institutions supplemented by constitution and historical legacy. However, these institutions are confronting with the serious challenges. The first thing is that the institutions are production and reflection of ideology, political system, and constitution. So these are interdependent. Ideology gives birth to the political system, and political system gives birth to the constitution, and constitution provides institutions. It is very unfortunate that the ideology of Pakistan was made controversial by some disgruntled political elites and rulers. This posed a big loss to national integration of Pakistan, and Pakistan was dismembered, unfortunately, in 71. So, Pakistan has vibrant ideology and political system which is reflected in the constitution of Pakistan. We have good constitution of Pakistan, but as I discussed said earlier, unfortunately, disgruntled political elites and rulers made them controversial. This created problems for the federalism, for the for other issues in Pakistan. Institutions are strangulated. Secondly, institutions are strangulated by internal and external, visible and invisible powers. Sometime, and the constitution institutions remains under constant pressures by powerful segments of the society. Even sometime, rather the highest institution, judiciary, they complain that some are trying to pressurize them. So this is urgent need of the time that we have to trust in ideology which is based on two-nation theory, and our system is from that ideology. Our constitution is a reflection of that ideology, and we, according to the constitution, sovereignty is vested in God and exercised by the elected people of Pakistan. So we have to trust in the constitution and let the institution should flourish according to the constitution of Pakistan. We have good institutions, very competent people, but unfortunately we are not utilizing them properly, and sometimes we borrow people from outside to run our institution, which is a very bad thing. Parliament is the highest institution of the state. Unfortunately, we feel sometimes the ruling parties don't have people to run their various financial system and sometimes foreign system, and they borrow people from outside. This situation is bad. This will create more problems, and we should find out people from our own people. Political process. The political process, continuous political process, is a prerequisite for the smooth running of the federalism. So the political process has been interrupted time to time. It is strangulated by the vicious circle of political elites comprised by feudal, industrialist, civil and military bureaucrats. Sometimes foreign forces also influence the system. So let me say rather some poetry. शहर को लूटा, शहर जलाया, मगर शहर के अमीर ठहरे. शहर को लूटा, शहर जलाया, मगर शहर के अमीर ठहरे. हमें था दावा कत्ल जिन पे, वही हमारे सफीर ठहरे. सुराग कातिल मिले तो कैसे, कोई गवाही लाए कहां से. सुराग कातिल मिले तो कैसे, कोई गवाही लाए कहां से. हाथ सारे जो खून रंगे थे, वो मुनसफों के मशीर ठहरे. So for the political process of Pakistan, these few shares are, I think, will reflect the whole situation of the political system. So if we want a successful federation, integrated nation, and successful nation, and a financially, politically, socially strong nation, then we have to allow the political process operate continuously. and this can be done. So people should trust. People should trust that this they are doing. The political system is run by them. So for this, we have to develop the political culture, and we are moving toward the development of the political culture. This can be done by the education system, by media, and by the local government system. Local government system is a vehicle of development of political culture. So the trusted election system having capacity to inclusive institution, create inclusive institution. So unfortunately, the elections, uh, unfortunately, the people of Pakistan, rather the trust of people of Pakistan is decreasing day by day on the elections. From the very first day, those who are defeated, they raise points, they raise fingers on the election, and now even public talks in different way, and they are of the opinion the elections are not fair, free, and impartial. So this is right or wrong, this is another discussion, but we have to create an environment in which people should think that the people who are elected and went to the assembly, they are elected by us, and they should have a confidence on them, and people should work for their confidence. So the other is inclusive. So unfortunately, we will discuss in the election system in detail. Our present composition of the legislature is not providing inclusive democracy. The assemblies which comprised or constituted in the result of the present election is a club of the rich people, club of the haves, and they are formulating policies for their interest, and have not, or rather nowhere in the policy making. So this thing is creating dissatisfaction among the people, and sometime price hike and this and that, and this is not a time to discuss, but unfortunately this kind of composition is not providing good governance. Their policies are not to satisfy the people of Pakistan. Their policies are not producing good for the people of Pakistan. So we have to find out a way to create or to develop inclusive democratic institution, and we should provide space to the people, people of middle class and lower class in decision making process. So high quality leadership is required. So in case of Pakistan, other thing, for successful operation of the federalism, we need horizontal power system. In case of Pakistan, there is a vertical power system. Vertical power system is dominating in Pakistan. We have to find out, and we have to encourage the horizontal power system in case of the country. The last but not the least, so many other would be there, the principle oriented political parties are required for successful operation of the federalism. In case of the country, political parties are dominated by idiosyncratic behavior. Sometimes political parties are grown in incubator, and people are of the opinion that they are not getting real leadership. So the powerful people and powerful people having money and this and that uh, are different kind of power. They are imposing leadership on the people, and this is creating dissatisfaction among the people. So Jamaat Islami is exception, but it could not find roots in the public. So these are suggestions. In case of Pakistan, if we need a successful operation of the federalism, if we need national integration, then we have to strong believe in ideology of Pakistan. We have to ensure credibility of the institutions. We have to create principle-oriented political parties. We should rather ensure horizontal power system, and we should make stronger our institutions. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you very much again.